Back in Power BI, we continue to learn Power BI and DAX, and in today's video, we're going to take a look at a data visualization technique called drill up and drill down. And this is one of the things that confused me when I first started using Power BI and started doing some visualizations, because it does require a hierarchy, and if you bring in different components of the drill down and drill up, that is how you can see the month, the day, the week. And we're going to take a look at this. One of the things I like about this AdventureWorks data model, you can download and follow along. In the description below, there is a link to a file. It is the AdventureWorks file. The first thing we're going to do is create a new page. We're going to rename this page Drill Down, and we're going to build out one measure. We're going to use our data model, and remember, this data model does already have some built-in relationships. We've got sales, which is our fact table, and this connects to sales orders, customer, product, date, which is our date table. We're going to be using that in this video for the drill up and the drill down. And it also has a currency relationship. So when you go back to the report view, we go to our different tables. We're going to go to the sales table. We're going to create a new measure. We're going to create just one measure. It's going to be called total sales. And we're going to use the SumX function. So we're going to use the sum, and all we're going to do is use the sales key from the sales amount. So not SumX, it's actually going to be just the sum. So now we've got total sales. So that is our measure. On the right hand side, if you were to pull this into a card, you would see that the total sales is $109 million. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to format this, and we're going to bring this to 0 decimal places. So now we have it rounded up to $110 million. So for the drill up and the drill down feature, we're going to use a line chart. So we're going to select a line chart. It's from our data visualization gallery. Remember, you can download the file. It's called AdventureWorks DW 2020. It's in the description below. You select the line chart. We're going to undo this because I currently had this chart selected. So if you go up to your data visualization gallery, you can select the line chart. We're going to make this bigger so you can see. And it really only requires a couple of components. When you go to build out your visual, one of the things I'm going to do is hide my filter. That way you'll have more room for the chart, and you're going to have more room to build out this visual. The two components you need is the x-axis and the y-axis. Now the y-axis on a line chart is the actual measure that you want to graph out. So when we go to our sales table, we have total sales. And when you bring this in, you'll notice on the y-axis you have total sales, and it just plots this one dot. And on the left-hand side, you see your total sales starts at 80 million, goes up to 140 million. Now what we're going to do is bring in our x-axis, and under the date table, you'll notice this hierarchy. This is already built into the file. Now you could create a hierarchy, or you could bring in these individually. So we're going to show you both ways. When you bring in your physical hierarchy and select this checkbox, it automatically goes down. We have the year, quarter, month, and date. So it builds out the x-axis all the way down. Now there's two things you can do from this visual. You can either drill up or you can drill down. And you may have wondered, when you zoom in on these features, you see the drill up arrow, you see the click to turn on drill down, And then you have the option, the lowest level of data. Then you also have the drill down to the lowest level of data. So what we're going to do is drill up, all the way up. And if you notice, we currently have the year. So this says 2018, 2019, and 2020. Because we are at the highest level of the drill down. We can't go any higher. This goes gray when you're all the way up. Now when we turn this on, when we turn on the drill down, it says drill mode is on. Click on a data point to drill. So now let's say I'm looking at 2019 and we see the total sales. If I click on this data point, we now go down to 2019, but we're drilling into this. We see Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. So now if I want to break down Q3 sales, I select Q3 to drill down because the drill down is on. And now I can see January, February, and March. So we're drilling down inside Q3. Now, if I go back up from the monthly view, then we go back to the quarter view, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Now, let's say if I want to break down Q4, the drill mode is still on, and if I want to break down Q4, I click on that, and now I see April, May, and June. And I can drill back up. And I can drill all the way back up to the year. So now let's say I want to see 2020. So now the drill down is still on. Now I'm going to go into 2020. I have Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. And now let's say I want to see my sales for 2003 by the month. Now I'm going to drill into that and I'm going to see January, February, and March. Now the drill down is still on. So now if I want to drill down even further inside February, now I'm going to drill down by date. So now I'm seeing all the sales by date. And if I highlight on a point, I can actually see the total sales for February the 2nd were 189,513. Now I'm at the lowest level of the data. If I want to drill up to the monthly sales again, I can. And I can also go down, I can use the next level in the hierarchy. Now I can break it down by date. And if I drill up back to the quarter level, I can use the next level in the hierarchy. So either by selecting a data point, or I can select the next level in the hierarchy to go down for the monthly sales. So that is how you can choose some of the different levels of the hierarchy. Now what we're going to do is create a new page. And we're going to call this Drill Up. And we're going to build out a line chart again. We're going to make this bigger. And again, we're going to bring in for the x-axis our total sales. But now rather than building out a hierarchy, we're going to build this out one data point at a time. So let's say I want to bring in the physical quarter. So now I have all of the quarterly sales, 2020 all the way to 2018. Now if I bring in the year, we add the year hierarchy. We have the quarter hierarchy. If I want to drill up, this will go up to the physical quarter. And then if I want to turn on the drill down, I can click a data point and go down to that fiscal year 2019. But that's the difference between the hierarchy, because all I have now is quarter and year in this hierarchy. Now, if I want to drill back up, and if I add the date in there, now I can drill down to the next level of the hierarchy, which is the year. Now I can see the actual date, sales by date. Total sales for April 12th is 47,834. So that is the drill down. You can actually bring in the different layers of the hierarchy. If I keep on drilling up, now I'm at the top level of the hierarchy. But if I want to drill down, I can go down to the next level in the hierarchy, or I can expand down one level. So if I use expand down one level, now I'm going down from Q2. Now I can go down by the day. So that is to expand down to that level in the hierarchy. So this is the drill down feature and the drill up feature. Make sure to practice with this. This is one of the functions that changed a little bit about 3 years ago in Power BI, but really in the last 2023 and early in 2024, there really hasn't been a lot of updates to this feature because it is very powerful. It allows you to drill down by date, quarter, month, and year, and to build out your hierarchies. But it doesn't change much. So this is one of those things, once you learn this feature, if we go back to our drill down page, what's nice about this is you can drill back up. So this is one of those tools that is very handy for the user, because what they're going to want to do, you're going to want to build out models so that they want to kind of play with this as a user and gather those insights. So when they see the spike in sales for 2020, now they can drill into this and go, oh, it looks like all of our sales were in Q2. So now they can look at Q2 and see that November was responsible for that bump in sales for that 2020 period. So that's a look at the drill up and the drill down function in Power BI. Remember to like and subscribe. We do have a video on how to create a hierarchy. Make sure to watch that video. Drill up and drill down, part of your data visualizations functions in Power BI.